Ang daming mga nagvo-volunteer. What does it mean? That means that they're listening. That means that naiintindihan nila na lokohan ito. Na one day, meron pa kaming bukas, sasabihin ko sa'yo, meron pa kaming listahan, parang fruit salad. Kasi ang mga pangalan, may keso, may mangga, may ganyan. Parang yung nag-isip ng pangalan, nakaupo sa table niya ng lunchtime, ang pagkain niya ay fruit salad.
Enzo Recto, kalaban ang katiwalian at kasinungalingan, kakampi sa katotohanan at kabutihan.
It's an inspiration. But beyond that, I think the public's reception doon sa pag-present ni Attorney Kapunan reflects hindi lang yung trabaho niya, but her commitment to deliver and to pursue what is good for the country. Kasi maski gaano ka kagaling na abogado, but if you don't really believe in what you do, hindi yun automatically maiintindihan at ma-identify ng taong bayan sa'yo. Secondly, yung pinaglalaban ni kanina, sinabi ko, ang prosecution, hindi naman talaga ito nila gusto. Pero alam nila ito ang tamang gawin. So, yung sinasabi nilang masterclass, tama naman, masterclass, humble lang si Tita Lorna, ayaw lang niya i-admit. Pero, nangangahulugan talaga nito na yung na-identify ng taong bayan kung ano yung pinaglalaban ng prosecution, ay ito yung katotohanan. That's the most important message coming from the public's reception. Kasi, yung trabaho na ginagawa in the way Attorney Kapunan presented that the witnesses reflects not only her skills and her experience in law profession, but her commitment for the cause of public good, her commitment to really promote accountability and transparency. And it's just been known for the longest time doon sa ganong klaseng advocacy. That's why she is an inspiration to many of us. At pangalawa, I think the public wants to continuously give in to her temptations. Yan po ang gusto ng publiko.
Sandali, no? This is beginning to sound like a eulogy. Buhay pa ho ako. Buhay pa. So, and in any event, the good thing about presenting it in a manner, or studying how to present it in a manner, is you engage the public. Alam mo, katakot-takot, nag-detect sa akin na nagsasabing, Attorney, sabihin nyo nga na itong kasamang pangalan na ito, Gina Hasa. Oh, kasama tong pangalan na ito. Ano pang mga, Maluwang. Di ba? Ang daming mga nagvo-volunteer. What does it mean? That means that they're listening. That means that naiintindihan nila na lokohan ito. Na one day, meron pa kaming bukas, sasabihin ko sa'yo, meron pa kaming listahan, parang fruit salad. Kasi ang mga pangalan, may keso, may mangga, may ganyan. Parang yung nag-isip ng pangalan, nakaupo sa table niya ng lunchtime, ang pagkain niya ay fruit salad. So, nung sinabi siya, nako, may 15-day deadline kami para mag-submit ng kasi 15-day deadline ang binigay ng COA. Meron kaming 15-day deadline na mag-submit ng mga dokumento, acknowledgement receipts. Teka nga, okay. Aba, masarap itong mangga, masarap itong keso. Aba, so may pangalang keso ang apelyido. Meron ding mangga, kanya, pag nakita nyo isang set ng parang pang fruit salad. Yung piatos naman, siguro dumaan ng mall, siningit niya. Siningit niya yung, imbis na nasa opisina, nanood ng sine, bumili ng Mary Grace piatos para ibaon sa sinehan. Hinahanap siya ngayon ng opisina niya, mag-produce siya ng listahan. Anong ginawa niya? Mary Grace piatos. Ay, kulang pa. Mary Grace piatos. Tapos, 3 piatos ata yun eh. Di ba? Nova yun. No, I'm just dramatizing. that this is the way the public, ganito ang iniisip ng publiko. And that's why it means na effective ang message ng prosecution. Kung ganyan, kalokohan ng mga pangalan, wag na nating sabihing alias, kasi sasabihin nila, mga mayayabang ang mga lawyers, sasabihin nila, it can be argued that aliases are allowed under the guidelines. Oy, teka, hindi naman alias ito. Ito ay pwedeng alias, no? But these really are fictional names. Magugulat ng mga senador pag nakita nila yung mga pangalan nila dyan. Kanya excited ako mag-present. Merong ngang isang Joel Chua doon, hindi lang niya alam. Papakita rin namin yon. Parang Joel. Meron talaga Joel. Yung sa'yo, mahirap kasi spelling yung sa'yo, sabi nila.
Ma'am, total na mention nyo na rin po yung sa senator judge na hindi marunong huminto. Meron isang senator judge, sabihin ko na si Senator Judge Amy Marcos. Kasi parang napagalitan nga yung si Attorney Wamil for arguing with Senator Amy. Kasi ini-insist ni Senator Judge Amy na yung confidential funds ay nabigay din kay VP Binay, when in fact ang sinabi po ni Attorney Wamil was in-audit lang. Hindi niya sinabing walang nabigay kay VP Binay. Tapos yung ini-insist niya rin na ni Senator Amy na hindi si VP Sara yung accountable officer kung hindi si Acosta nga saka si Fajarda. Yung ganito po bang line of questioning, does it blur yung line between cold neutrality and already lawyering for the respondent?
Ako na lang, no? Unang-una, sabi ko nga kanina, kasi this is in relation to the question earlier. I think the question of kung Senator Judge Amy, with all due respect to her, kasi mayroon naman po talaga siyang opinion at mayroon naman po siyang karapatan paano bumuo ng opinion based doon sa kanyang approach sa mga ebidensya at mga testimonya ng witnesses, being a Senator Judge. But again, yung question kasi niya kay Mr. Wamil is yung accountability of officers, since Ms. Gina Acosta was the one whose name was reflected in the checks, and Mr. Fajarda, the same case on the part of DepEd, dapat without even saying it, parang ang interpretation natin is sila dapat yung accountable officers. Pero very clear naman din sa joint circular, no? It's the SDOs and the principal. Ibig sabihin, kung sino yung head ng agency, the head of office, no? Pangalawa, yung sinabi ko po dun sa testimonya ng dalawang witnesses natin, yung dalawang lang bank managers, they were actually called and they were told 2 days or a day prior to the encashment of these checks under the name of Mr. Fajarda and Ms. Gina Acosta na sila yung ipapadala. Ms. Gina Acosta on the part of the OVP and Mr. Fajarda on the part of the Department of Education. That alone indicates that they are acting based on the orders of their principal. In this case, the Office of the Vice President's head is headed by the Vice President, and on the side of the Department of Education, again, also part of her portfolio as a Secretary of Department of Education. So, klaro na po yun. Actually, it was not refuted. It was not even cross-examined ng defense. So, it was established na talagang inutusan sila, no? Itong dalawang SDOs. And sabi nga ni Congressman Joel, they're actually basing their mandate on yung sinasabi ng nung in terms of auditing process, yung lahat ng pinirmahan doon sa dokumento from the physical and financial plan up to the accomplishment reports at na-establish na yan. Hindi na na-refute na ang nakapirma doon ang Vice President acting as a Secretary of Defense and at the same time, Secretary of Education, thank you Joseph doon sa sa reaction mo. And as Office of the Vice President. So klaro po 'yon. So ano yung iniisip po ng ating Senator Judge Marcos? Again, we respect her position on this, kung ano po yung opinion niya regarding this. Pero I think the fact remains na ang head ng OVP ay si Vice President Sara Duterte. Ang Secretary of Education at that time ay si Vice President Sara Duterte. And no SDO can ever, no SDOs can ever assume yung responsibility and obligation of the head of the agency insofar as request of the confidential funds, how it will be implemented and how it would be audited, how it will be supported by attachments and other documentary evidence proving that the utilization is done within the criteria and enumerated parameters of the joint circular.
Bunyog, bunyog, halikan na kasama ka. Bunyog, kapag buklod ay may pag-asa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, isa ang pananaw. Sa bagong Pilipinas ang bunyog isisigaw. Bunyog, bunyog.